y'all. I can tell I haven't been walking in a while because this is where I get all my downloads from. This is where I get my messages from Spirit from the most. Meditating, this is my form of meditating because I don't really get as much messages sitting still that I have when I'm just outside in nature. And I say all that to say they coming through. So I just discovered last night that the snake is one of my animal totems. And it brought me to, I think it was last week when I kept seeing snakes. So one thing about it, so my great grandmother is a Sioux Indian, right? And the word Sioux, it means little snake. And it was nickname given to us from, our enemies, like saying that we were snakes or whatever. But I always was like, oh no, I'm, Dakota Indian or whatever. That's the language of the different type of tribes, like it's Dakota, whatever. So I would say, Dakota instead of Sioux Indian because I looked at it something as, derogatory. But it brought me back to the snake not being just, somebody malicious or an animal that's meant to be looked at as negative. The snake is really about rebirth. The way a snake sheds, the snake is about transition. The way they can break their jaw to eat their food. Like you wouldn't think that they could eat a whole fucking person, but they could break their jaw to adapt to whatever situation they need. Like they might not seem that strong because they don't weigh that much, but they can actually choke you in just by wrapping themselves around. It gives that duality. It gives that sense of protection as well. And snake is also medicine. A lot of people look at snake as being poisonous, but any medicine taken without prescription or inaccurately can be poison. So it's not just about the poison as well, it's also medicine. So when I went back to remembering the walk that I had where I saw the snake, I saw a snake, and I don't even think I posted that video because I had made a video and it was about 4 or 5 minutes and I was like, this is too long, and I just never posted it to the group. But I had went on a walk to the crossroads last week and I saw it was a big snake, but it was dead, like it had been ran over in the road. And I was just like, dang, and it's fresh. So it had to have just happened. And then immediately after that exact same day is when I was outside meditating, I saw the baby snake that I did post. And that gave me a sense of it right now. It brought it back full circle with that snake being sacrificed to, that snake being sacrificed or being killed, being unalived to bring something new, bring something to the surface, bring new life, being reborn. And then when it comes to animal totems, they signify the same thing, like angel numbers and things like that. When you see them, it's spirit communicating with you on a journey that you're currently at. So I hope that all makes sense to y'all. But yeah, that was pretty much like spirit showing me right now in this moment that I'm being reborn. And when you are reborn, a baby being reborn, they don't know shit. And this is bringing me to a video a video that I watched the other day. It was a boy. He was probably he looked no more than like 9 years old, and he was having a conversation with his mom, and he was just like, where's my dad? Because they pulled up at her dad's house, at his papa's house. And he was like, I heard you on the phone with auntie. And she said, your dad was outside. And she was like, yeah, my dad, not yours. And he was like, you don't have no dad. You're an adult. Like, you a whole grown woman. Why you got a dad? And she was explaining the family tree to him. And he was just like, bro, but you're a grown woman. How do you got a dad? Like, she was like, don't you got a dad? He was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I'm a kid. I'm supposed to have a dad. And she was just like going back and forth with him. Like, bro, like, who is your papa? Like, who do you think your papa is? And she was like, that's my grandpa. And she was like, yeah, he's your grandpa because he's my dad. Like, what do you mean? Like, your dads just don't disappear just because you become an adult. But in his mind, he was thinking a dad is somebody who provides for you, who protects you. Like, as a kid, he's looking at the job of a dad versus the actual biology of a dad. And it was so funny to me, because I was just like, children really do not be knowing shit, but they be knowing so much, because his logic made perfect sense for him to look at his dad as this is being a role. This is this is your responsibility to take care of me. He's saying, like, you a grown woman. Why do you need a dad? Like, you don't, like, I just think it's childish that you got a dad. Like, but he's looking at it as a role. Like, you supposed to be paying your own bills. Like, you live by yourself. You don't have a dad. Like, looking at the job title. And I put myself in that shoe as being reborn, being a child in spirit. Like, I don't know shit, but I be thinking my logic be so on point all the time, and spirit just sitting back laughing at me like, girl, if you only knew, this shit don't make no sense. This don't make no sense, but it's giving grace. Spirit is always giving you grace. Spirit is always guiding you and not looking at you. Like, they might be laughing, but it's not, laughing at you, is laughing with you and always encouraging you. Like, I'm still here, even when you get into adulthood, I'm still going to be your dad. I'm still going to be governing over you. I'm still going to be protecting you when needed, because once you get to a higher age, it doesn't mean that I'm going away, that I'm still not your parent. So sorry for this long-winded vent, but take with it what you will, and I will see you guys tonight.